Hey everybody, I'm 22 Tiger Dude, and I am here to review the SpongeBob episode Pets or Pests, requested by Doris 100. Alright, so Pets or Pests is about when SpongeBob and Patrick, they're skedaddling around. One of these days, they find this big, huge worm. So what did they decide to do? SpongeBob decides to take it home as a pet, completely neglecting Gary, pretty much taking everything away from Gary. And then this big worm, it gives birth to these little baby worms, but then Gary scared off the big worm and abandoned the babies, so now SpongeBob has to find a home for all of the baby worms. Alright. This episode sucked. I did not like Pets or Pests. It's one of the worst episodes of SpongeBob ever made. It's just, it was terrible. This episode is so terrible. The plot was ludicrous. It was not good. It was shit. Oh my gosh, I couldn't stand this episode. The storyline was awful. The humor was awful. And talk about horrible. The writers. I don't know what went wrong with the writers when they made this episode, but I'm just going to say this. No offense. The writers, they were so stupid. The writers were stupid. And because we got the stupid writers, this episode was stupid. It was unnecessary, and it was an infuriating episode. The problems the episode has is this big worm. It's disgusting, first of all. Second of all, SpongeBob, he was a jerk to Gary for about the first 4 or 5 minutes of the episode. You go from this plot with SpongeBob and Patrick taking care of this big old worm, then after the first 4 minutes of the episode, it just switches on to a whole nother different plot, and that's when Patrick actually leaves, not returning for the rest of the episode. He's only in the episode for the first 4 minutes. After that, he's not in anymore. And so for the rest of the episode, SpongeBob has to find the baby worms, and it was just ridiculous. There was this filler scene where SpongeBob, that idiot, was holding the doorbell at Mrs. Puff's door. He was holding that doorbell for so long. Talk about a constant filler scene. I just rolled my eyes. I wanted to pull my hair out. Man, pacing was just horrendous. And just when you didn't think the episode couldn't get any worse, just when you think they couldn't get any freaking worse, you know what happens? Larry, the lobster, is a stranger to SpongeBob. Because you know why? When SpongeBob said, "Hello, Larry, how are you doing?" Larry says, "Do I know you?" I'm sorry. Larry doesn't know who SpongeBob is in this episode? Were the writers, completely stupid? Okay, fine. The plot is stupid. I can forgive it for that. Alright, I could forgive the fact that this whole episode was a mess. But the one thing I could never forgive, and it's no excuse at all, was just the fact how Larry doesn't even know SpongeBob and his episode. Are you kidding me? Have the writers not known about the past SpongeBob episodes? It's like they got new writers to write this episode. They have no idea who SpongeBob SquarePants was. They're new to the show, so they've never seen the show, and that's probably what happened. Otherwise, if that's not the case, those have got to be the most stupidest and dumbass writers I've ever seen in the whole world. Because for Larry Lobster to be all buddy-buddy with SpongeBob in all of the past, and then you get this one episode where he says, "Do I know you?" Oh my. Whew. Keep your cool. Keep your cool, Tiger Dude. Keep your cool. Okay. And the ending, the ending was just pathetic. It was just so. The positives I will say about the episode is that I did laugh a couple of times. And I did like the scene with SpongeBob trying to stop the truck from running over those baby worms. That was actually probably the most enjoyable part of the whole episode, actually. But overall, it's just a terrible episode. Other than that scene where SpongeBob tries to stop the truck, other than a few moments that did make me laugh, everything was just a sloppy mess. Larry the Lobster has no idea who SpongeBob is in this episode. There are filler scenes. It's just jumbled all over the place. The worms squirting goo out of their mouths. It's just disgusting. And it's just one of the worst SpongeBob episodes ever made. I'm going to give Pests or Pests. A 1 out of 10. It was so bad. I am losing my mind. Subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter. Comment to give me your thoughts on the SpongeBob episode. Like and share this video. And don't forget that I will always have Tiger Power!